everybody, and welcome to Comic Book Puppets. Yes, I am your host with the most felt, I guess, Puppetine. And, of course, in the darkness, as always, that loyal amphibian co-host you all know and some of you love, Froggy!
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, Froggy, did you go through puberty?
I decided to show up a little bit tonight. Yep.
Okay.
I feel like I should be large and in charge. I also ate a mushroom, so now I'm too big for my house.
How's this? How's this for large and in charge, huh? Do you feel big now?
Are you overcompensating, bro?
Anyway. Let's go ahead on with the show. We're talking about Stargirl, Season 2, Episode 5. Yes. And, should we go ahead and jump on right in or look at the comments first?
Well, we could look at comments first, and then we could go right into the review. Ain't that many.
We have Graphic Man with sunglasses. He wears his sunglasses at night.
So I can see.
Cool new name. Oh, yes. Before I uploaded the thumbnail, what it did was it used the banner. So it has the new fancy. I'm trying to remember where I got the art from, but it has Marvel and DC characters, and I just put comic book puppets. That's why she's saying it's interesting too. And with the new thumbnail, it looks even more interesting and creepy because my face is coming out of a wall.
I didn't see it.
And finally, comment.
Oh. Hey, and guess what, Puppetine? We need to say it. Say it with me, bro. Eric Breen, eat hot death.
Yeah. No, I don't mean that. I'm sorry. That's just mean, Froggy.
It's the truth. Truth hurts.
Anyway.
Hi, Breen. How's it going?
Put this up. And now, hello to you, Tillium. And now let's get right into the show. So it starts off with Sydney. Young Sydney, about 10 years ago. And she is talking to her mother, saying, Daddy wants to take me and make me look like him. And
no, she can't. She woke up and then she's screaming. Her mom goes in and is like, I saw Daddy. He wants to take me away. And she's like, your daddy's not here. We're far away from him. We can't reach you. And she's like, okay, mommy, whatever. And her mom just like, okay, go back to bed. Turns the light off, close the door. And she's kind of laying in her bed. Okay, nothing going on. Nothing's going on. And then we just see Cinder.
Yes, like that.
Well, he doesn't say anything, but he just growls and stares over the bed. Lizard man. He's freaky.
Yeah, he is freaky. Trying to remember his name. Dr. I forgot his last name. But it doesn't matter. Dragon King.
He's the Dragon King, yes.
But then we go to the present, where Courtney is late. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, arriving home. She was out on patrol. Why? She was looking for Shade. As revealed last episode by Shade, it was actually Eclipso that killed Dr. Midnight's daughter. And so the danger is that this thing is purely evil. And she even brings that up to Pat, saying that you didn't tell me. Yeah, you didn't tell me. And Pat's like, he's still not a good guy, Court. And she is like, there's a difference between bad and evil. And it is true.
True. I'm bad. He's evil.
You are bad. Anyway.
And you're evil, too. Dr. Evil.
$1 million. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's hop to it, bro.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued for
I told you, we gotta keep going.
Yes. From there, events start to unfold. Eclipso is not Eclipso is the focus now. It's not Shade, and that is an important part.
Shade even comes to Courtney's mom at her office and tells her, like, you need to tell your daughter to back off because these clips of guy's a bad guy and she's not a danger. Leave it to me.
Mhm.
And if you see the diamond, because obviously your daughter is going to tell you, I need you to tell me because I'm the only one that can take care of it. She's like, why did you trust you? It's like, well, who else can you trust?
That is a good point. But from there, we actually see Sydney, who actually has Eclipso. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the black diamond
on a necklace now.
Yes. And she's trying to recruit. She actually tries earlier in the day to talk to Icicle's son.
Was that before or after Courtney talked to him?
That was before.
Okay.
Yes. But the grandma of
oh yeah. The grandma says, "Stay away from my boy. You're bad news."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "I'll do what I want." And then and also you see the grandma, her breath, just turns. Yeah, denting ice, bro. You see the puff, smoke come out.
Yeah, it's like they're frost giants.
Almost a little bit, yeah. So anyway, so it goes on. We later on you see Courtney walking over to the building where we get Cameron, I believe his name is.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and he's painting a mural of his father. And Courtney goes to talk to him, Yolanda's like, what are you doing over there? Like, whoa, I'm trying to live my life. Move on forward my life, like my dad said we want to do. Live a normal life. So she goes to talk to him, he talks. Somehow they end up back at his place, they're talking in front of the window looking out. She's like, that's, and then Courtney sees the garden outside. She's like, yeah. Cameron's like, yeah, my mother really loved the garden. It's one of the reasons why we bought this house and lived here, moved here. Then we see all of a sudden Courtney gets like a bunch of just text alerts and says like, Courtney, weather, because what's going on. And this is where it gets really dumb. This is where you see the teen angst, like CW must have butted her head and like, because he gets pissed at her because she has to go. And it's not like she had one text and like, oh, but sorry, my dad, I gotta go. She had 13 freaking texts. Ding, 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 ding. I was like, what the heck is going on? And he still's like, yeah, you're just gonna bail on me again. I'm thinking, bro, quit being so cold.
Well, he can't help it, Yeah, it runs in the family.
Yeah, wait, so they only keep it in the family?
Ooh, didn't mean like that. Anyway.
Get a little frosting here.
Moving right along, she quickly goes to JSA headquarters, which is the garage, and they are working out how weather patterns can help them track down the black diamond.
Eclipso, because Eclipso, wherever he is, he causes a frequency. Right now, the town of Blue Valley is the only place in Nebraska that has a constant cloud hanging over it. It's all clear, sunny day, all around everywhere. So yeah, so that's what's going on. They end up getting a weather pattern after they learn all that stuff. A weather pattern hits, and this is kind of freaky. It's like so they're like, oh, they have to track it down. But before they go track it down, earlier though, Cameron, who was going to go outside and go, was going to do some stuff.
Paint a mural.
Finish it. Yeah, he's out there, and then we see Rick pull up in his dad's yellow Mustang, just revving the engine, staring at him because he's like just giving a stink eye. I'm like, and Cameron's like, yeah, can I help you? And Rick's like, no, you can't. Then drives off like a cool guy. I was like, really, Rick? Are you that much of a meathead now? What happened? I thought you're better now. With helping Grundy.
No, Rick is kind of a prick.
He's more like a dick.
Same kind of thing. But this leads to a moment later on when he goes to the school. So Cameron was at the school, okay, and he was going to go ahead and do some work there because it's going to be raining. But Sydney was there waiting, and after a few moments, she says that she's sorry hearing about his dad, and he takes a moment and he's like, I remember back in the 4th grade when your mom died and you said, I didn't like her much anyway. So don't lie to me and say that you're sorry. And it is a really cold thing, but it's she is that kind of reptilians are cold-blooded.
Yeah, but that's what prompted. This takes place before the whole Rick thing with him and that. This would actually lead up to him going back out to go paint again, and that's where he runs into Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And then while he's up there, what?
This is important. This is
important. Hold on. I know what you're gonna say. After Rick left, not necessarily. After Cameron left the art shop to go pay back the mural gun before he meets Rick, we saw Cindy using she didn't really use a diamond, but she walked out. But the diamond, that's what it was. No, the Mr. Designer or whoever designer, Paul. He's the art teacher.
Paul.
He ends up running in the court not Courtney, but in the Cindy. He's like, "Oh, Cindy, it's nice to see you back in school. I know you're back. Are you taking interest in art?" And she's like, kind of like, "Not really. I dropped out." And then you see his eyes get hypnotized by it.
Yeah, because she flips the diamond to show it, and she walks right by, and Eclipso uses that to his advantage.
Yeah. So
am I lagging?
No, you're not lagging.
I'm not.
So okay, no. So what happens? And after they get the whole Rick encounter, because Rick and them are out there, and then right after Rick leaves in his car, Cameron, who's up on the ladder, all of a sudden his hands starts hurting. He's like, what's going on? And then we see the paint stick that he dropped is now solid ice. So he's got power. His powers are now coming in now, which is going to be kind of weird, because how's he going to explain everything? Yep. So now, right now we get to the fun part. This is the part with the school where they track down Eclipso to the school and go in there, and this is where we get that freaky thumbnail where Puppetine comes out of the wall.
Yes, because Eclipso, in the mind of Paul, the teacher, has him paint. He's the new muse, and so Paul quickly goes to painting, and eventually they get the signature readings from the weather that it's in the school, and they see Mr. Paul's car there. So they go in the art room to find it a mess all over the place.
Yep.
Until they see the main attraction, the main diamond drawn on the wall, and that's where we see this ooze coming out. Yep. And it seems Eclipso is taking form. Mm-hmm. And eventually it gets it's starting to torment all the kids, haunting Beth because her parents are getting a divorce, haunting Our Man because of Solomon Grundy, and of course Wildcat with the death of
Brainwave.
And Stargirl seems to be the only one who can keep it together. She uses the staff to send the rippling ooze away, and then she quickly goes ahead and goes down the hall where she can hear Paul. She goes down, and the ooze is now growing onto him. It is trying to overtake his body. So it would seem that Paul might be lost. However,
I want to point out quickly before we go any further. Paul in the comics worked for the Dragon King. His character name was Paintball. He was a metahuman who could control paint.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe he would have that in this, but Courtney offers the staff, and it's lighting up, and she's saying, "Can you see the light? Grab a hold of it." And so he does take the edge of it, and soon the paint is rippling out of him.
Yep, he just the tip he touches.
Yes. And so it seems that they saved the day. However, they know that he does not have the black diamond. So Eclipso's power is growing. And it would say that's what pretty much exactly what Pat says. And it's very worrisome. Mm-hmm. Any other details we need to go over?
Well, I also want to point out too that Paul, our teacher, read Stars and Stripes from back in 1998 or 99, one of the years. He debuted in issue number 2 of that. Go check out that series because that's pretty much what this show is based off of. That comic strip. Yeah. I mean, I do like to see more stuff with Grundy and stuff, but Grundy's been kind of like, oh, we'll just leave a bucket, check it out. We don't see him. So there must be really holding on to their budget because I don't think we're going to see Grundy anymore though. Honestly, I think
maybe they're saving him.
Because right now with all the money they're spending on the Shade, the special effects, the Eclipso, I wonder what they're gonna do. But that being said, I can't wait to see more about Shade. Principal Sherman, who's now taken over after the other Anya, the fiddler's his mother. His Maya. She's the one that had the violin last season. She's dead. So Principal Sherman took over. He's been nice to Courtney and stuff. For those who don't know, in Stars and Stripes, he was a robot created by the Dragon King.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that will come out to play, or they'll just not do nothing. Because we don't know. Because as far as we know, Dragon King's dead, but who's to say he didn't clone himself?
Yeah. Overall, I think we really do enjoy this show. I think we really do. And we look forward to the next episode next week. And we will be here to review it because this is the best show on the CW, period, right now.
Yeah, because there's no Superman.
Well, yeah, then there would be a debate. But now there's not.
But until Naomi comes out, there'll be no debate.
But speaking of other things on the CW, soon watch. We're going to take a little break, but soon we will have up the stream, and we will be going live for Supergirl. So keep an eye out for that. Mm-hmm. And I want to thank everybody in the comments. We have MK and Maranya and Tillium, and proves why we need Jeff Johns running DC again. Well,
yep.
He does a great job on this show. But
I'll just say this, not just Jeff Johns. It just proves that the guy who's been running other shows, when he's not involved, the shows get better, and the viewership goes up. But
do you mean Greg Berlanti?
Berlanti, yeah. Greg Berlanti is responsible for Supergirl, Batwoman, and most of the CW shows, that have gone,
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to be going live with Supergirl soon, like we said. But until then, we really want to thank you. Hope to see you there. And be on the lookout for more content from Comic Book Puppets. Thank you so much. And we will see you soon. So
I'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm, for Froggy and myself, one last thank you before we say bye.
Supergirl!